it's Christine. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. There is a cat in the camera. But that's okay for a second. So today is day 18 from 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. This is today's sketch. Katie Scott, or Scrappy Sisters Oz. I don't know if they like Wizard of Oz or what. Who knows? This is the sketch. I'm going to confess. And it makes me really sad. In fact, it makes me feel like I have to buy something. But I have nothing hexagon. Nothing hexagon in my stuff. I have no punch, no die. Like literally nothing. And I'm not going to be able to cut this by hand. So we're not getting hexagons today, unfortunately. So that's okay. I do like this big title. I'm imagining maybe washi tape down here. So we'll see how that goes. So what I've decided though is... Hang on now. No, it's okay. I'm going to use my, this is my plan, Hip Kit 2022 Club in the February 2022 rather. And the main reason is because I like this big title, and that called for title, the large title. So I'm going to use this, and then I have these couple of pictures here. This is technically around Christmas time, but the main topic is about like family love and our family and that sort of thing. So these are the pictures I'm going to use. And they're almost identical. The biggest difference is my daughter's face is just, you know, she's made a different expression or whatever. And I'm also thinking what I may do, I think I'm going to have this as the background. But then I'm scaring myself because yesterday's deal, it was so busy. I don't know, y'all. I like it. I may need to rethink it, though, because I'm scaring myself already. So maybe I'll go with this. And then maybe that can be an accent. But my thought was maybe I can use these windows if I cut these out where some of the hexagons were. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So that could be fun. So that's what I'm going to start working on. So let me start cutting papers. Yeah, I'm scaring myself with this heart. So I'm going to slow down on the busy and just go with it, I think. And give myself an eyeball break. I think that's what I'm going to do here. Although, y'all, this could be pretty. Oh, man, now I got to think a little bit. Let me do that and I'll come back. Okay, everybody. Quick check-in. Because I went an entirely different direction than I actually started off with. I did not use that heart paper. I realized from my layout a couple days ago that I was like, okay, that's going to probably be too busy. And I just didn't want to do that. And again, I don't mind busy, but for some reason that just struck me weird, even though I started off there and decided not to. Anyways, so then I decided, I think I mentioned, this really attracts me. It has nothing to do with hexagons, whatever, but for whatever reason, this little shape here reminded me of that cluster on the sketch down here. So I'm going to kind of build around that. And then for the upper left up here, I'm going to use these tags. I'm going to trim these. I'm going to use these little tags up here. And then I had this border strip, which is this Hip Kit exclusive. That's what I'm going to cut. I started off talking about washi tape, and I think I'm going to cut it out of this so I can balance that. And I mentioned that title, so I'm going to do that. And then I thought, you know, to kind of, technically the title doesn't call for this, but I think I'm going to add this grows here, just because it's got flowers and whatnot, and it kind of explains, you know, I may come across here. I thought about putting this on foam, but I think I may put it down so I can do this, because I think that's kind of cute. So I think I'm going to do that. Oh, I do want to show you. So where I got these tags was on the cut apart. It was the back side of the screen. And it's these tags here. So then what I'm going to do is kind of poke around through my ephemera. There's a lot of pretty little ephemeras because I'll have to build out this cluster a little bit. And I might do some stuff around here. I do not know if I'm going to get anything else out of here. I might pull this camera because that is cute. I might pull that camera. Did I just pull that way too far back? No, I'm good. Okay, so, all right. I think what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put it on fast forward because I think I'm ready to go enough that, you know, you're not going to sit there and wait too long on me. I may stop it, though, while I'm searching through these things because I tend to struggle to find those pretty quick. So, that's where I am. Let's get going. Y'all, I almost messed up. I started gluing stuff down, forgot to turn on record. So, at this point, I've actually only glued down the picture, so it's not a big deal. But I almost messed up. I was like, oh no, I forgot to hit record. So I've glued my pictures down. I did mat them. I don't think I even talked about that. I had a couple scrap papers. And so I've gone ahead and matted the two photographs on two pieces of paper. And I put them, you know, in the middle where I showed a little bit in the beginning there. And now I'm just gluing this love down. It has, you know, adhesive on the back, but obviously those things never really stick. So I'm having to put a little Nuvo glue on the back side of that. And I'm now grabbing my my little script font here that says grows here. And I start off putting grows in a little bit different spot. Like I started there. No, that's not true. I put the grows where I have it. It's the here that I end up kind of shifting a little bit. So I put grows here. I mean, I'm actually giving you the title, and I'm just saying I'm putting the word grows in the spot I'm putting it right now. And then I'll set down here, the word here, and then I'll actually shift it over to the left because I didn't really like where the R-E, I guess it is. Maybe it was just the E. I didn't like where they were ending up. They just didn't look right to me. So I'll pick it up and shift it to the left. I go, nope, you don't look good there. I'm going to move you over. Because I also like my H kind of coming up, you know, where it ends up coming up. So I'll shift that over. So this layout actually didn't take very long just because, again, you know, it's funny is it's not the first layout I've done with this sketch challenge where I've used like a pre-printed design to help kind of speed along the process a little bit. Now here's where I'm going to start kind of working with these tags. And I go and attach the two tags together. And then I put the adhesive down. I think, oh no, I need some string. So I'm going to run off and go get my little bale of string here. And y'all, I don't have any sense. I've set those tags down and it's got adhesive on the back of it. So I'll go ahead and put my little strings through the holes here. That's not so big. That's not, you know, that's not a big deal. And then I go to pick it up and I realize, oh, you're stuck. So I have to, well, I'm going to trim these strings back just a little bit because they're too long. I didn't glue these ones down. Usually if I make them long, I'll kind of glue them where I want them, but these weren't so long, so they don't get glued down. But this is where I'm struggling to get that darn tag up there. Left little glue boogers. Thankfully, it didn't tear the paper. And so I'm going to attach these tags in this little spot here. And again, if you remember on the sketch, there was hexagons up there, which I do not have hexagons, so we are making do with these tags. And I had also, again, this is when I had forgotten to have the camera on record. I had cut that little fishtail banner that's in the sketch. And now all I'm doing is trying to get stuff out of the way so I can trim that little bit of tags off. And I have got my little cluster started up there, the little base of that cluster. Now I had also pre-cut these little, I shouldn't say pre-cut. Again, I cut them off camera when I forgot to record. I took that little banner strip branding strip rather, and had cut those little like arrow looking things. But first I decided I have to glue all these little edges down because they're not, I had put the adhesive on there but not all the way to the edge, so I need to kind of glue that down. And this, like I said, this layout came together really fast. I was kind of pleased because I needed to get this done this morning. I have another layout I need to do. We have another hop on Sunday, and I need to get that one done, and then I need to get 2 others done. And I'm actually going to be running around tomorrow, which is Friday. This is going to be showing on the day I guess I'm running around, and I'm not going to have time to do a layout, I don't think. So we'll see. But honestly, this was kind of quick. I went ahead and glued these 2 little strips down. Now I will cut away. I did get that camera. I mentioned that I do like that little camera. But here's where I start to pull out my ephemera, and I realized, no, you're going to have to put this on pause in a minute because you're going to have to think too hard. Oh, I did find those little chipboard flowers there. Those look kind of cute. But I don't really see anything else on the chipboard that really goes with what I'm trying to accomplish. Most of it's kind of Valentine-y, and then the hearts were a little too bright. I didn't really want those real bright hearts here. So I've scooched over, and I have gone ahead and picked out my ephemera because, again, I have to search through that and think about that. And what I found was there's a little heart shape in the upper left corner, and then I also had a little label that I'm going to put the year on. So I'm just gluing that camera down. I don't want to pick my heart up because I've already glued the camera down on top of it. So I'm going to glue up underneath it. I'm gluing down my little chipboard hearts here. I did find a little, I don't know what that is. It's an ephemera piece, but it says things grow where you water them. I think something like that. Sorry, I can't see it on the screen. It's too tiny. But something about, it grows where you water it. And then I had a little bitty flower cluster. And then I did find these 2 butterflies. There is nothing spring about these pictures, but again, the idea here is we're all just growing our love, I guess. I hope that makes some sense. To me, it kind of makes sense. So I've added these 2 butterflies. Those are the last 2 in the little ephemera pack, and I think they're real cute. I do put them up on foam tape because, again, I'm foam tape girl. I'm going to get me a cape that says that or a t-shirt or something. So I put these 2 butterflies up on foam tape up there like they're flying off. Now that doesn't really kind of align with the sketch if I'm 100% honest, because there's no hexagons in that. Well, there's a little set of there's a little hexagon kind of where I have that little phrase, but I've just added the butterflies because I think they're pretty. All right, and so then I'm going to add a little something over here. I got this little, it's like a little, I don't know what you call it. It's like white with a little bit of flowers on the edge of it. And then I had a little tiny pot. It looked like a flower pot that has a little heart on it. So he's going to go on top of that. And that kind of builds out that cluster. And then I do, in a moment, go and get the enamel dots. I contemplated doing some little sprinkles. And then I changed my mind after that. Here's where I go ahead and write the year on this, because I do want to put this little label up on foam tape. So I went ahead and wrote on it. I didn't want to try to do it when it was on the foam tape. So I'll go ahead and put my little bit of foam tape. And that builds out that upper left cluster, except, again, I'll go back into my goodies, and I'll pull out those, I think that's Pink Fresh, if I'm not mistaken, those little enamel dots. And I do the same color of the sizes. In other words, sometimes I'll kind of mix it up, but I'll use the same 3 colors, but each size will be the different color. I don't know if I had to explain it. But this time I went ahead and did, like, all the large ones were, you know, one color, all the medium size was another color, and all the smalls was another color. And I go ahead and fill these little spots out. Now the one on the left where I put it by well, right now I'm doing the upper left corner there, I think. Yeah. I'm using the real big ones, and I tuck them up underneath stuff, because the real big ones will get kind of clunky looking visually. So if you tuck it up underneath things, it kind of cuts off some of it, and it just gives you a little less in your face. The one on the left-hand side over here that I put next to love is, it's not really called for in the sketch, but I kind of like it. It just builds out that little visual triangle and balances those butterflies just a little bit. And again, I thought to do some sprinkles, but I changed my mind. I thought, you know, it's got a little bit of mixed media looking on the print of the paper, and I just kind of decided to stop. So I've slowed it down so I can bring it up here and show you the close-ups. The lighting's always a little bit strange because I'm doing these so early in the morning, so appreciate you guys watching today. This was a short one because, again, I used that pre-printed paper. I really enjoyed it, though. I love it. It's kind of pretty. All right, guys, that was day 18. Stay tuned for day 19, and we will talk soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.